Hi, Flick here from the Nerd Soapbox, and we're at the Long Beach Comic Con, and I'm here with J.K. Woodward. Hi,
hey.
J.K.
Hey, great to meet you.
Hey, great to meet you. So, J.K. is a comic book artist, and well, the Nerd Soapbox gang knows J.K. best for his work on such projects as X-Men Origins and Harlan Ellison City on the Edge of Forever, and the Star Trek Doctor Who crossover. What is that? Assimilation?
Assimilation Squared. Yeah. Everybody
And
calls it Assimilation 2.
No, Assimilation 2.
But it's Assimilation Squared.
Yeah. And then, well, he's currently working on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Mirror Broken.
Very good.
Well, I like that, by the way. Mirror Broken. Fantastic work.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so how did you get involved with Star Trek: The Next Generation? Mirror Broken.
Well, the way that happened, it started as a style guide, a product style guide for CBS.
Right.
Yeah. They wanted to do a Mirror Universe style guide, and it's been done in the original series. It's been done in Deep Space Nine. They elaborated on it.
Yeah.
They also did some in as early as Enterprise. They never did a Next Generation episode.
Oh.
This becomes a problem when we're doing the merchandising for that because it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I started doing some illustrations, and while I'm doing the illustrations, I'm thinking of backstories and having a good time with it. And I talked to JVC, John Van Sitters of CBS. He's the head man in charge there. And said, why don't we do a comic book? Why don't we, have IDW do a comic book of this?
Yes.
And I said we should have the Tiptons write it, who I worked with on Assimilation Squared and City on the Edge of Forever. I went, well, let's get the band back together and do something with this, and that's exactly what we did.
Wow, that's fantastic. Okay. So tell me this: how much artistic freedom did you have in the, say in the rendering or reimagining of the world of TNG? When I touch you, you giggle.
Yeah. I'm just ticklish.
Well, who knew? J.K. Woodward is ticklish.
Okay, the question was, how much freedom did I have?
Yes.
How much cablage?
In designing this thing, this style guide.
Well, in the style guide, basically they said, let's see what you come up with. So at first, 100%.
Sounds like total freedom.
Pretty much. Well, and then they pick it apart.
Oh.
And then,
Man.
So the way things work is that I draw it, they decide which ones they like, or take elements from each one, and then we go from there. But I should say that John Van Sitters, who I mentioned earlier, actually has this modded out 12-inch Captain Picard doll that he took the sleeves off, painted in a goatee, and then took a sash from a Dark Phoenix doll and put it on top of it. So he actually designed the costumes for this stuff, and had this thing for about 12 years because he always wanted to do this story. So I think I was heavily influenced by that.
All right. Wow. Okay. In Mirror Broken, it looks like Picard, Riker, and even Data have been hitting the gym pretty hard. Yeah. I mean, what's with the gun show on the bridge there, J.K.? These guys are ripped.
Oh yeah,
they're animals.
Yeah. Well, one of the things you always want to do with those Star Trek comics is you always want to do stuff that couldn't actually happen on the TV show. That's a temptation. And you couldn't actually ask these actors to get in this kind of shape, except for maybe Patrick Stewart, who was already in phenomenal shape. So we wanted it to look different, and that's part of the reason. The other part of the reason is it makes sense. It's a militant universe. They would want to be good soldiers, and good soldiers have endurance and muscles. And so we actually, the Tiptons actually wrote in some gym scenes in there too, where Picard's hitting the heavy bag and doing some bench press. And so we just said, good soldiers are in shape. And I was also influenced by what most consider the worst Star Trek movie ever made, Star Trek V, where they actually did some really good casting with the Klingons because we finally had Klingons with muscles.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that really resonated with me and made sense. Why wouldn't they look like that? So I kind of just, since these people are much more like Klingons, why not follow that?
Okay. Now that makes perfect sense. Jeez. Okay. I've read somewhere, let's see, that your art for Star Trek: The Next Generation, Mirror Broken, is not your normal pen and ink art. That you're painting this art.
Well, actually, with things like X-Men Origin, I'd actually painted that. In fact, I paint more than I do pen and ink stuff. For Fallen Angel, I was working on that for 3 years. I was doing pen and ink because I had to meet a monthly schedule.
Okay.
But for special books, I started doing fully painted stuff. So for X-Men Origin, that was fully painted. City on the Edge of Forever was fully painted. For this one, it started fully painted, but then they changed the deadlines. I had to turn it around much quicker. So I started working in ink wash, and I can actually...
All right.
If you excuse me for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like this, where it has kind of the tones and everything to it. I don't know if there's some glare on.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, I got some more over there. I can
Wow.
show you, but what it is it gives you that painted photorealism look, and then you can have it digitally colorized in the same way they digitally colorize black and white movies.
Oh, wow.
And it's much quicker that way.
Okay, so not just the covers, but the entire book you're painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You, sir, you just blew my mind. Blew my mind. Huh. You did.
Okay.
How long does it take to paint a comic book? Like say one of these, like a mirror broken.
Roughly, I mean, it's just an estimate. Some longer, some shorter, but roughly 20 hours a page. To fully paint.
Wait. 20 hours a page?
Yeah, 20 hours a page.
Oh man!
I work like 100-hour work weeks.
No wonder it looks phenomenal.
Thank you.
I mean, okay, yeah.
You got to put the time in.
Oh yeah. Okay, what is your favorite mirror broken character to paint? Like to have in a page?
Oh, easily Data.
Really?
Easily Data. He's the most interesting character because he's very different from the other Data, but very the same.
Right.
He's still obsessed with humanity and becoming more human. Only the lessons of humanity he learns in this universe is the better a soldier, the better the human.
Oh boy!
And so he starts building himself up and experimenting with Borg parts, and it's a
Borg parts?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he's always kind of working on himself, trying to get building new parts, and it's almost morbid. It's almost like you see his arms hanging like meat in the background. I've always enjoyed doing kind of horror type things.
It reminds me of too much. Reminds me of too much plastic surgery to be more human than human. Yeah.
Do you have some work done?
I did. You're not supposed to
You look
notice.
good. You look
yeah,
good.
they did a little scar behind my ear.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Good work.
Yeah. Okay, my favorite characters have got to be Riker and Data from your books so far. Yeah, I love Riker and Data. Okay. So, what's next in the Star Trek universe for you? I mean, would you take on Voyager or Deep Space Nine if asked?
Oh yeah.
Let's ask him. Come on, people. What are you sitting there for? Ask us, man. We need a Deep Space Nine. I want to see you paint Ferengi.
You are extremely excitable.
I want to see you paint Ferengi.
Yeah, I would love to do a mirror Ferengi book.
Oh, what? They don't like money?
Yeah. They're very
Platinum. Get away.
No, the mirror universe is alternate, not opposite.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I was thinking about Superman. Yeah, Bizarro Ferengi.
Bizarro Ferengi.
Yeah, get that latinum away from me. Okay. All right. So, what's your favorite Star Trek movie?
That changes. I mean, Wrath of Khan always pops in my head first. Who doesn't love Wrath of Khan?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know it's going to sound crazy, but just for the character moments, Star Trek V. I just love the opening campground scenes. I love the way it ends. I love the comedy. It's a bad story, but it's fun to revisit. Yeah.
How about Voyage? Mine's Voyage Home.
Voyage Home.
I love Voyage Home.
It's the same. It's almost the same thing because of the character moments in the comedy.
Oh, yeah. Who's your favorite captain?
That's like favorite episode. It kind of goes with it, and it always changes.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Shatner.
No,
It's Shatner.
No, it's Picard. It's Picard.
Shatner.
No, it's not Shatner. You're not gonna get me to change my mind. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get excited. Hey, come on, come back.
It just takes me. I like Picard too. I like them both. Even bad Star Trek is just still Star Trek.
Are you saying you like Shatner just because he's here? Have you seen him yet?
No.
No.
I'm not saying that.
Can't
I
afford
I love the original series.
Yeah.
TOS all the way, baby.
Oh yeah.
And then
yeah.
TNG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready for STD?
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Trek Discovery?
Phrasing.
Oh, sorry. Well, it's very unfortunate for CBS.
The actual,
Hey,
I don't know if you knew this.
STD, catch the fever.
I don't, that was good. That was good.
Thank you.
No, the actual abbreviation is DSC though.
Is what?
DSC.
DSC.
Yeah.
Discover.
For Discovery. Yeah.
Oh.
Like Voyager's VOY.
It should be.
Not,
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm actually very excited for it. STD.
Catch the. You see now.
Yeah,
STD. Catch the fever. Oh man! All right. How'd you get involved with Harlan Ellison and his book, that City on the Edge of Forever?
Oh, well, I just got asked by Chris Rael over at IDW. He's the editor-in-chief over there, and I guess he had been talking to Harlan about it for a while, and they just chose me to do it. There's no real story there. The real story is in meeting Harlan.
It's a good choice. Yes. I was going to ask you next. What was it like meeting Harlan Ellison?
Have you ever met him?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
He yelled at me.
Of course he did. Of course. I actually met him at a signing at Scott Tipton, the writer I was working with, has a store in North Hollywood on Lancashire. And Harlan Ellison was doing a signing there, and Chris Rael and Scott told me to come over and meet the guy.
Right.
So I did. I went over there, but I had a little flask of whiskey to kind of give me a liquid courage to meet him, and I'm just hanging out in the back room the whole time.
Wow.
Just so by the time I had the courage to walk through that door and actually meet him, I was pretty much drunk. And
It's the only way to meet Harlan.
Oh, it helps. It really does. But he couldn't have been a nicer guy, and I was worried about nothing, and it turned out to be
Wow.
It turned out to be great. Yeah.
What kind of suggestions did he have? Did he have like a guy like Harlan Ellison probably has tons of suggestions about your artwork? Did he?
Actually, no. He liked the stuff right off the bat. I stayed very.
He was fantastic.
Well, the thing is, I stayed very loyal to what he was doing because we all had the same mission statement. We wanted this to look like the episode that never happened. And as long as you don't mess with his script, I guess he likes it. He actually ended up saying some very nice things to me.
Wow. Was he drunk?
He doesn't drink, which is really weird.
Yeah, it is. That doesn't explain anything.
No.
Wow. No, he's a sweetheart, and I'll have that story forever. Yeah, my story. It's like, I was going to ask him to autograph a book, and he saw me coming with a pen and a book, and he looked at me and goes, "You better not ask me to autograph that book."
Yeah, he's been known to do that.
Oh man! And he goes, "Come here, kid." And he just started talking. We talked for like 15 minutes, and he was so sweet, so kind, actually. And I was like scared for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a fantastic person. Yeah. Okay. So I love the Star Trek 50th art collection, the Klingons.
Oh,
I
thanks
love
so
that
much.
piece.
Oh, thanks so much.
Except.
Oh, well, here it comes.
Yeah.
Who did I leave out?
Yeah. TOS Klingons.
They're in there. They just have their.
They're like invisible.
No.
Cloaking devices on.
Kang, Koloth, and Kor are in there.
Right.
They have the Deep Space Nine makeup when they appeared in Deep Space Nine, so they have the bumpy ridges, but they're right on top, and they're the biggest one. Kor is my favorite Klingon. I would never leave them out.
All right, we'll talk later. Star Trek Legacy. Star Trek: The Legacy of Spock, issue 55.
Yeah, my favorite.
Fantabulous.
Thank you so much.
Art of Spock.
It was my favorite cover I've done so far. Second favorite is the one with the Klingons and Chekhov. I forget what that was for. It was a Klingon. I was hoping you'd know.
I'm sorry. Neither one of us know. All right. What are you working on now? Like something else besides Star Trek that we should look forward to? Or is it just Broken Mirror right now? Like
it's just Mirror Broken right now. Yeah. But that's going to be done at the end of this month.
All right.
And then I don't know what's up next. That's up in the air right now. But either way, I can't talk about it. So.
Sorry, I was looking for your next project.
I know. You're a very funny guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
For a puppet.
Well, JK, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
And one more thing. Live long and prosper. Can you do that? Can you do the Star Trek? No, like I'm doing. Like I'm doing. Like this. You're not doing it right. Like this.
It seems like I'm doing.
Work on it, okay?
Right.
Work on it. We'll get back to
It
it.
looks to me like I was.
All right. Well, this has been Flick from the Nerd Soapbox, and let's see who else we can find at Long Beach Comic Con. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Yeah, no, it was great. All right.